Yeah, I mean, they did a great job. I told them in the locker room I was proud of the fact they didn't quit. They haven't quit yet. We're struggling right now. It's no secret. We've got to find a way to put the ball in the basket, and that's just the truth. And I thought at the very end they were aggressive. They weren't overthinking stuff, and therefore the ball went in the basket. We talked about some things, over the last week about shot selection and different things like that. And I think, honestly, truth is, I think they took it too literal. I mean, I think they took it as like, hey, put the handcuffs on and let's slow down. That's what the first half looked like. And that was not the intent. I don't know why they would think that. That's part of the conversation we just had. We've got to be better than that. And defense was not the problem tonight, other than the fact we didn't score off turnovers, but that we had opportunities. I mean, for the third, fourth game in a row, we're just missing layups, man. I don't get it. It's never been something that this team has ever struggled with. And I told them the truth. I said, hey, I can't help you with that, but I can go back to the drawing board, some things we're doing offensively aren't working anymore. We've got to reinvent ourselves a little bit. And that's on me. That's my job. And, we have good players, and they're going to find a way to get out of this little funk. And when they do, they're going to be pretty dangerous, I think. I do like where we've been the last two games defensively, though. And now we got to put it together and find ways to score.
Talk about, especially the last three games at home, you guys have kind of followed that same script of digging a hole in the first half, making a run at the end, and they've all ended the same way.
I think we're playing too safe. You know what I mean? I really do. I think we're playing too safe, and I'll take credit for that. I've got to be more clear of what I want offensively. I want to push. I want to play fast off of our defense. And we're going to try to get the ball in the right guy's hands and score buckets when we think there's mismatches and stuff like that. But that does not mean that we don't want to be aggressive. And so I've got to do a better job of putting that forth to the team. But we have got to find a way. We can't play scared to foul. We can't play. We got to stay aggressive and play ACU basketball. And I think that's what we've lacked that in the first half of these last few games at home, especially. And second half, what do? We come out of the gates, man. We make a run, cut to 4. But the problem is they got good players in their locker room too. And so when you dig yourself a 10, 12-point hole, I mean, you're fighting from the back, man. And we've done that 3 straight games at home, and we can't continue to do that.
No, and the other thing is they look like a carbon copy of you. I mean, that first half, you had 2 teams that looked like they were trying to pitch a shutout defensively.
Yeah, I think that they're really good offensively. I would think that we had some really good looks in the first half, and they just didn't fall. Like I said, we were missing layups. And so we've got to. To me, that's up here. They're thinking too much. And again, that's on me. If I'm putting too much in front of them to make them think that much, I've got to pull back a little bit and give them the opportunity to play free. And so we're going to work on that. And we're going to play a little looser and a little lighter and see what happens. But I've got to. My job is to figure out ways to get the ball into the basket, and that's what I'm going to do, because I think defensively that's one of the best offensive teams in the league. And you look at the stat sheets, man. We shot, we shot 63 shots to their 47. We fouled too much. That's a little leading because we fouled some of there at the end, and that was by design. But we're not getting to the free throw line. So what does that tell you? It tells you we're not being very aggressive. This is a team that averages like 15 free throw attempts a game that we just played tonight. They shot 31. They're more aggressive than we were. That shouldn't be the case. We even talked about that. And so we've got to find ways, man. Rebounding game, we out-rebound them on the offensive glass. I mean, we forced them into 18 turnovers. I mean, you look at the stat sheet, and it looks like this is what we want. The problem is, we're 21 for 63 from the floor, and that tells me we're taking the wrong shots. And again, that's not on them. That's on me.
And how are they handling? I mean, I don't know that these guys, since they've been here, have had a skid like this.
Yeah, this group has not. We've had some adversity, but never like this. And so they're handling it fine. I mean, the locker room right there. I mean, are they disappointed? Absolutely. But do they still support each other? We talked in there about, our Bible verses, we talked about Mark 3:25. We talked about, Proverbs 27:17, Luke 16:10. I mean, you guys can look those up. You guys know, you guys know your Bible. But we've got to stay together. You know what I mean? We got to hold each other accountable. Iron sharpens iron, man. This, if we've ever needed to really sharpen one another, this is the time to do it. And our house can't get divided right now. And they know that. I mean, they're talking about it. They're in there still right now. I guarantee you, try to pick each other up. That doesn't mean that they're happy or they're accepting of it, but they have not quit and they will not quit. I'm not worried about that. But we do got to get back to playing ACU basketball.
How has the coach handled it?
I'm fine, man. I mean, am I disappointed? Yes. Am I frustrated? Yes. I'm a little disappointed in myself because I feel like maybe I have got them into, I've kind of backed them into a corner maybe. Wasn't intentional, but I'll figure out a way to get them out of that corner. And I told them I'm going to keep holding them accountable. That's my job. And again, that's when we went back to our Bible verses and talking to each other, and they fully accept that. I allowed them to talk just a minute ago and tell me, hey, what do you see? What do you think? And they were honest. And we have real 3 to 5 year relationships with those guys in that locker room, man. And we love each other. When we say that, we really mean it. And so, we can be in a slump like this, but that doesn't mean we're going to quit on each other. And I would be shocked if that ever happens, But I do believe this is going to turn around. I believe that wholeheartedly. We're going, and when it does, we're going to be pretty dangerous to play.
So you've got Cal Baptist on Saturday. What's it going to take to get out of this adversity you've kind of facing these past few years?
I think we got to play loose, man. We got to play loose. We got to just trust, man, that we're good players. We're that same team that won 11 straight. I think that and we didn't just win 11 straight against bad teams, man. We beat some really good teams, and teams that are in first place in their league right now. You know what I mean? That are fighting and scrapping. And we beat those teams, and so we're still that same group. We just got to get back to that confidence and that mentality. And I do believe we will. It's just going to be, we need to do it sooner rather than later.
And what are your thoughts on the WAC so far this season? I don't know if you saw this, but Grand Canyon and New Mexico State lost tonight to Sam Houston.
Yeah, that's what the WAC is, man. Me and Coach Jans were talking about the other day. I know he's going to go undefeated. We knew that. We're true tellers. We've taken ourselves out of position probably to win the league. I mean, we would need a lot of help for that to happen, and we would probably need to win out. But we are still in a position to put ourselves in a really good place come the WAC tournament to give ourselves the best chance to get through that thing. And that's our goal. Nothing's changed. We want to get better every game. I think that we have failed at that, a little bit. But I think we can get back to that mentality. We'll be fine.